Two words: scope and creep. I can already see this getting way out of hand, but with that said, I can't wait to show you the progress on 4 Ninjas. Welcome back to the 4 Ninjas devlog. Since you last stopped by, I've added a few things. Come and take a look for yourself. I've added a black outline around the characters. I think it looks good, and I think this could be my new style. I'm sure the comments section will have an opinion on it. My characters now also have names. I've named them after some rum and nostalgia inspired thinking. Ken Lee in honor of Ken from Street Fighter, and Bruce Lee, obviously. Don Norris after my favourite turtle Donatello and Chuck Norris. Bruce Lang in honor of Clubber Lang from Rocky 3, and Bruce Lee, obviously. And finally Jackie Cage after Jackie Chan and Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. Yes, I know it's a girl character, but Jackie can be a girl's name. I really like how in the original Turtles game on the NES, your health meter flashes and beeps at you when your health is low. It always filled me with a sense of dread, so I decided to add it to my game too. When your health gets down to 3 bars or less, your HUD will flash red. I'll also add in a sound effect that will fill you full of terror. I added 0 padding to the score to give it a retro arcade feel, and suggest that the player's score can get as high as 10 digits, and the rest of the time between the last devlog and this one was spent polishing up the fighting. I really don't want to start moving the game along until I'm uber satisfied with the feel of the fighting. I've now added a score multiplier when you hit 3 attacks in a row. I added a little smoke cloud to the hit collision and score sprites that tween up when you land combos. To avoid them overlapping, I gave them a variable called ID, and I set that variable to their unique ID on created. If they overlap, I send the instance variable with the lowest ID to tween upwards, making it look like the bottom one is bouncing in and knocking the previous one out of the way. I really like how it turned out. I added 3 separate hurt animations to the enemies, and set the system to randomly choose one when the hit collision collides with the enemy to create variety. I've set the speed of the enemy animation to 50% when taking damage, also to give the game some 80s retro slow-mo vibes. I created a separate health bar for each enemy and set its width to the individual enemy's local HP variable. This will allow me to set enemies with increasingly higher HP as you progress through the game. Next up, I need to finish the attack and movement animations for the other 2 player characters. I'm thinking that achieving score milestones will reward the player with revival potions to restore lost team members, but I'm not sure yet. Part of me wants to say when your player dies, they die, and there is no way to bring them back. You simply just continue without them. Would this create tension? You tell me your thoughts in the comments. A massive thank you and a shout out to my wonderful Patreon and YouTube channel members: Foozle CC, Retro Galaxy, Olivia Bernier, Amari Lewis, Enmark Games, Tor Hammock, Alex Anderson, Rob, Gerald Dumont, Lighting Cat, Martin K, Julian Cruz, Raul San Gonzalo, 60 Plus Game Dev, 8-Bit Gamer, and Nathan Wilson. Thanks very much for supporting the game dev journey, and for more information about what's on offer on the Patreon, there is a link in the description.